Welcome to Dragonfly Trading. My name is Carrie, and I'm a full-time trader in the crypto and Forex markets. Today's video is going to be an update on Bitcoin on the lower time frame, and we're going to take a look at DXY. Remember, not financial advice, just the way that I see the market. I am running a special on the Discord, 40% off your first month. This will give you a chance to come inside, see what it's all about at a discounted price. It'll especially help the people out that have bought the course because they'll get complete access to me at all times. I'm also going to extend out the pre-sale one more time for the people that are asking me to do so, but it'll be the last extension until Sunday at midnight. So please take advantage of it. I'm doing this for all the people that have been asking. All right, let's get started. If you want the bigger picture of what I think is going on, take a look at my last couple of videos because I go into it detail about how I'm biased to the WXY count, what all is coming in there. Today's video is just going to be what's happening right here, right now. Okay. Now remember, this is Friday. We are coming into the weekend. Weekends can either be pumpy, back and forth pumpy. They can be consolidation. But anything that we do come 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, the DXY shuts down, and so does the CME. So take that into consideration. Doesn't mean that the market can't move. It definitely can, but take it into consideration, okay? All right, so we've been looking at this two ways. There's always a bull and a bear scenario. The more bull scenario would be that we're going to hold this green box area and that we're going to give this leg a partner to the upside to fill in the gap and to fill in this insufficiency. I call this an insufficiency because we had this straight down dump. It's an insufficiency because the market can fill it in very easily. If it can get back up over this red resistance, find it as support and push to the upside. This count in here is difficult, but when you're not sure about what the count is, you go back to basic price action. And basic price action is support and resistance. And we can see clearly that our support is tapering off. Right below, this green box. Can it come lower and still hold? Yes, it can. It can come to these lower extensions and hold, but it's less likely that it will if it loses the green box, okay? If we take out the 1.618, it's completely over in my book. In my book, we're more likely coming down in this 5-wave move. Okay. How can it do it? Well, let's go down to a little lower time frame here. And what it can actually do is make a 3-wave move here, where this is the first leg. All of this was a connector, and now it's making its partner leg to the downside, and it can hold this 1-to-1, or potentially hold one of these lower extensions here at 27,900 or 27,500, but it would be less likely if we break this green box. If we were to break the green box and back test it with a 3-wave move, it's obvious we're coming lower. Okay. What this does is this creates an order block here. If we back test that one, in my book, it's over. We're going down. Okay. Now, what we need to do, if this is going to hold, the 1-to-1 here, as a 3-wave move, we have got to rip through this above order block and find it as support. At that point, the market can push to the upside. But it has got to get back above this red area and find it as support. Okay? It's pretty much that simple. Is it going to find support here? Or is it going to break it and back test it and flip it to resistance? If it does that, it's highly probable that we're headed down. And we all know from my prior videos what is beneath us. We are hanging on to this support by a thread. Okay? We can clearly see that we will drop down to the next level here. And it's going to be, do we hold this WXY count where all these fib levels are lining up and the base channel is lining up? The blue base channel. Okay? If we don't hold the blue base channel, you can clearly see where we will drop to next. I went over this WXY count in every single video. If you haven't seen it, just go back a couple videos. The next one we'll be looking for is these two fib extensions. Can it hold? And it will all depend on, do we fly out of here in a 5-wave move? Or do we just 3-wave it up and bonk our heads? If we 3-wave it up and bonk our heads, well, then that's where this yellow X comes into play. The W would be moved down to here. Okay? And then if it gets uglier, then we go into the other counts, but you can look at my other videos. Okay? I just wanted to make this one a short what's happening on the lower time frame video. Okay, let's look at the DXY real quick. As you can see, the DXY is pumping. I do think that this is coming into a 5th wave. We had a high point in RSI, which is telling us that this is most likely a 3rd. This is a 4th because we had a big reset down to 50. Now with this potentially breaking the high for a 5th, we will get divergence between the 3rd and the 5th here, telling us that we're coming into a 5th. Okay, let's talk about it for a second. Why the DXY is so important right now is because crypto is completely inverse with it. When the DXY pumps, crypto dumps. The first count I have is that this is a 3rd. We made a 4th. And we're pushing up for a 5th. This is the less bullish count. After the 5th, we would correct this leg. I have a more bullish count where this was an extended 5th wave, as you see in brown here, coming into the white 3rd. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would be here, this would be here, and this would be here. Coming into blue 3rd, 4th would come down into the prior 4th, and then we would still get another 5th to the upside. So it would be push, break the high, divergence between our 3rd and our 5th. This would correct, creating continuous divergence. We would get another push to the upside, creating bearish again, and then what happens is when this corrects, we do not get bullish continuous again, telling us that this is over, it's going to correct this entire leg. When this happens, finally, is when Bitcoin will be able to go. How high it will be able to go all depends on how deep this corrects and how bullish it is. Okay. The overall count is that we are connecting this leg to a connector and giving it a partner leg. Okay. With that said, this can get extremely high. Minimum requirement is the 618, but it can go very, very high. So this leg is not officially over unless we get a 618 hit. At that point, that's minimum requirement. But most likely it will extend much higher to give this one a partner. But there will be corrections in there. Okay. Once it finishes this first initial 5 waves, if it's going to continue higher, it will come down correctively and then push. Okay. All right. So let's take one more look at Bitcoin. Let's go over again what we need to see here. We need it to hold, preferably green box, or slightly lower into these extensions. If it comes lower, it's less probable that it will hold, because we have to get back through the green box. So if it loses it, what we don't want to see is a 3-wave move that back tests it. We want to see, if it loses it, a V-shaped recovery that gets back above it and finds it as support, and then pushes through, finds red as support, and goes. Now, it will still be a corrective move. Even if we fill in this whole insufficiency, it will still be an X wave, and we will still be coming back down to the downside. In my book, I don't see a way that this started off impulsive. This is 2-3 wavy. Okay, so this will be a corrective move even if we move up. If we break through, hit the 618, 3-wave it up, we're coming down, guys. We're going to come down in that 5-wave move. Okay. If we do it this weekend, pay attention to those levels that I talked about in all my videos. Okay. Approximately 23,000. Pay attention to that level. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.